Alright, let's dive into something that's been blowing my mind lately. Why do some tropical butterflies live way longer than others? I mean, we're talking about creatures that are often seen as delicate and short-lived, but there's this whole group of butterflies, the Heliconius genus, that's breaking the mold. And what's really fascinating is why they're doing it. Spoiler alert, it's not just about their diet, though that's part of it. Let me break this down for you. First off, butterflies are already pretty incredible. They're not just colorful insects, they're one of the most studied groups of animals on the planet. Personally, I think it's because they're so visually striking, they're like nature's artwork. But here's the thing, their popularity isn't just about looks. Butterflies have inspired everything from sensors to anti-counterfeit technology, thanks to their iridescent wings. If you take a step back and think about it, it's wild how much we've learned from these tiny creatures. But this new research? It's taking it to a whole new level. So, what's the deal with these long-lived butterflies? Well, one thing that immediately stands out is their diet. Most butterflies survive on nectar, which is basically sugar water. But Heliconius butterflies? They've evolved to eat pollen, which is packed with protein. Now, here's where it gets interesting, this protein-rich diet seems to slow down their physical decline. Older Heliconius butterflies maintain muscle function way longer than their nectar-feeding cousins. What this really suggests is that their diet isn't just about energy, it's about longevity. But here's the kicker, even when they're deprived of pollen, they still age more slowly. So, what's the real secret? In my opinion, the answer lies in their lifestyle. Heliconius butterflies are distasteful to birds, which means they're less likely to be eaten. If you think about it, this makes total sense. If you're not constantly dodging predators, you can afford to invest more in your health. It's like the difference between living in a war zone and living in a peaceful village. One environment encourages you to live fast and die young, while the other lets you slow down and thrive. What many people don't realize is that aging isn't just about time passing. It's about how much wear and tear your body can handle. And these butterflies? They've got a pretty sweet deal. Now, let's zoom out for a second. This raises a deeper question, what can we learn from these butterflies about aging in general? I mean, humans are obsessed with longevity, but we're not exactly eating pollen. What makes this really interesting is that the protein these butterflies consume is primarily used for reproduction. They keep laying eggs until the end of their lives. That's not something humans do, obviously. So, while their diet might not be a direct blueprint for us, studying how they maintain their health could give us insights into the broader mechanisms of aging. From my perspective, this isn't just about butterflies, it's about understanding the fundamental rules of life. And here's another thought, if Heliconius butterflies live longer because they're safer from predators, what does that say about other species? Take possums, for example. Populations on predator-free islands age more slowly than those on the mainland. It's the same principle, when you're not constantly under threat, evolution favors genes that slow down aging. A detail I find fascinating is how this connects to other examples in nature, like cicadas and queen termites, which live ridiculously long lives because they spend most of their time in safe environments. It's almost like nature's way of saying, if you can avoid getting eaten, you might as well stick around longer. So, where does this leave us? Personally, I think the biggest takeaway is that aging isn't just about biology, it's about ecology. The environment you live in shapes how you age, and that's something we often overlook. These butterflies aren't just living longer because of what they eat, they're living longer because they've evolved in a way that reduces their risks. If we want to crack the code of healthy aging, maybe we need to look beyond diets and supplements and think about the bigger picture. What this really suggests is that longevity isn't just about what you do, it's about where you do it. Alright, let me leave you with this, if butterflies can teach us anything, it's that the key to a longer life might not be in a pill or a gym membership, but in how we navigate the world around us. So, next time you see a butterfly, don't just admire its colors, think about the secrets it's carrying. What do you think? Is there something we're missing about aging? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep being curious.